Carmen Studer is an ordinary Texas mom with an extraordinary story. It all started with a high school football game. But this was more than just a game. In fact, the story was so remarkable that it's being made into a movie. And Carmen is acting as an associate producer of the movie. Welcome, Carmen.
Thank you.
Listen, your son played for Faith Christian Academy, and they played against the Gainesville State Maximum Security Prison football team. Take us back to that night last fall and tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, you know, Texas football is all about winning.
Absolutely.
And I think that what happened that night is both teams won. Wow. Faith delivered what Christians are supposed to deliver, and that is a caring, loving environment for these boys who weren't used to that. And they were victorious in that they had true joy. I think a lot of them for the first times in their life. Wow. They were so used to, as where they came from, they were used to pursuing pleasure in ways that weren't good for them and sometimes put them in jail.
Right.
And I think this was a really neat opportunity for them to see that there is something out there that's bigger than just a temporary pleasure, but a true joy in life.
So how did it affect the Faith team? Because, you know, I'm sure, how did the community respond? How did the players respond to playing against this other team?
You know, they were used to doing stuff like this. I think it was fun for them to do it. They've been, the school, that's what they do. They regularly do things that step out and show what Christ-like behavior is about.
So they embraced them with love.
They did. It was incredible.
And there was a young man named Mack who I believe, or I heard, that touched your heart that night. Tell us exactly what happened.
Well, it was actually, once we decided to do the movie, we sent a crew up to Gainesville to talk to the boys and get in their own words what they felt like. And I wasn't able to go, but every single person that was there came back and told me how incredible he was. He just stood out. He's a leader. And
so wait, first of all, take us back, because you said the movie. So there's a movie being made.
There is a movie being made about the story called OneHeart.
Okay.
And that's what it's about. It's about doing for your fellow man and coming together. And we don't do enough of that in this world. We really need more of it.
So you came together for this young man named Mack. And tell us a little bit about that relationship and how that came about.
Once I heard that he was being released, and two things happened. One, he stood out, and two, he was being released the very next day. Wow. And I can't think of any other way to say it other than God put him on my heart. Wow. And I talked my entire family into going down to Houston to meet him for Mother's Day.
Wow.
And my husband and I felt very comfortable with him, and my husband extended an offer for him to come up and to live with us.
Wow, so you took in an ex-convict, an ex-gang member, I heard, into your home.
I did. And if somebody would have told me that a year ago, I wouldn't have believed them in a million years.
Wow.
I would have thought they were smoking something. But it was funny because my son and Mac, they joke around about how both of them locked their doors that night. You know, because you've got somebody in your house you don't know, and you know, we had our daughter in our bedroom, but I would trust him with my whole house, everything. I would trust him with my life.
So how did that inspire, because you know Treasure You is about pursuing your passion and purpose in life. How did that inspire your passion and purpose?
I think that a small gesture, a tiny gesture of just being a fan for somebody has had a ripple effect, and it has unlimited power and where it can go. And I would encourage anyone and everyone that's listening to do something for anybody, especially the people who need it the most, because they appreciate it the most. Wow,
and it also inspired the movie, OneHeart. So what do you hope to accomplish with that film?
This film, I think, is going to be very special. We're hoping to do a Chariots of Fire kind of film with it. And we want to make it a call to action film. We want people to leave that movie wanting to make a difference. Wow.
And my husband was so inspired. He brought or sent a picture to Mac for you. Mac is here with us in the studio over here. He's so handsome.
Okay.
So this is for Mac, because we're so proud of him. And Thanks for what you're doing, Carmen.
Thank you.
If you're inspired by Carmen's behind-the-scenes story of faith and compassion and would like more information about her movie, please log on to my website at treasureyou.org.